by my side, Clark Kellogg and the sharpshooter Steve Kerr. We'll see the New York Knicks taking on the Brooklyn Nets. And the news here, Clark, not good. Joe Johnson will not play. The injury going to keep him out.
Well, since the last game when we saw him leave with that injury, the news appears to have gone from bad to worse, guys, and that's terribly disheartening. The speed of that young player, man, we're going to miss that, and he could be out a long time.
Yeah, so sad. I mean, I was not anticipating that news. I love watching this guy play. So talented. So this is really a worst-case scenario for him and his team. Let's just hope that his rehab goes well and that he's back on the court before too long.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Calderon, Chandler out there with T. Then there's Allen Iverson. And it's Anthony in at small forward. Well, Steve, Jarrett Jack, after a season with the Warriors that saw him come in third in voting for Sixth Man of the Year, struggling mightily in year one of his contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, I mean, all around, probably the worst season of his career. You look at the shooting efficiency below the league average for the first time ever for Jack, but sometimes when you make a move to a new team, the different surroundings, the different teammates, it doesn't work out as well as you'd hoped.
And the Nets with possession. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Well, that one was a very physical game, and it played right into their hands. You know, a lot of their points came at the foul line, Clark.
Yeah, and it also led to a lot of foul trouble for some of the key guys they were up against, so don't forget about that part of it either.
Jarrett Jack, a versatile combo guard, can guard ones or twos. He's 6'3", but very strong, so he's able to defend shooting guards pretty well.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Now here's Anthony. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Detroit. High post Lopez. It's rebounded by New York. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
How about the box score from that game? The accuracy from the three-point line, just remarkable.
Yeah, it was a stream of threes that allowed them to repeatedly deflate that crowd.
We talk about Jarrett Jack's versatility. He can play on or off the ball.
Yeah, he's really rock solid. He gives you everything you want in a combo, starting or backup guard. He's a good spot-up shooter. When he has the ball in his hands, he can get in the lane. He creates for others, and I like his fearlessness as well.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am. Just a lot of disappointment for the Knicks last year and their fans, as many were hoping for them to challenge for the East title, but it just never came together. A fragile line between being a playoff team and not.
And both free throws good for Iverson. And the Knicks last season had some strong runs at times, but a slow start to the season, Steve, put them too far in back of everybody else.
Well, you kept waiting for them to catch up, but as you said, their sluggish start did them in, and they had to work overtime just to get back into the playoff hunt late in the year.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. And that's now 8 points for Iverson. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. To the left wing. Feeds it to Young. Taken away by Anthony. Iverson left side. All alone. And again, it's New York.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively, they look great.
And Jack, here we go. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, Carmelo Anthony's free agent decision subject to much speculation and hand-wringing in New York over the last season. But in the end, he decided to remain with the Knicks, much to the relief of the hometown faithful.
And for Melo, the decision to return to New York made more challenging by their struggles last season.
Yeah, you know, Melo is comfortable, I think, playing in the brightness. Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now.
And that's how you exploit a gap in the D, I guess, huh?
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major power.
Wow. He knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one.
And Jack, here we go. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Knicks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. And Chandler throws it down.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
Here's Jack. It's rebounded by Allen Iverson.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Shot from the wing. Afflalo, that's good. Afflalo's got his first basket of the night. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Lionel Hollins. He told me that they'll have their work cut out for them looking to score inside with the elite shot blocker and defender Tyson Chandler patrolling the paint. He said he was the Defensive Player of the Year for a reason. He's got length, mobility, toughness, and the want to. He brings effort and communication defensively, and you can't forget about him at the other end either. An improved shooter, and he can definitely finish. Kevin, a ton of respect for what Chandler brings to the table.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And Jack, here we go. Jack missing again.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Pass to T. Young with the steal. Now Jack, he's coming off a 25-point game against Minnesota. Kicks to Ellington. Here's Lopez. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Oh, he misses the dunk.
Can't say I'm surprised that one didn't fall. He can barely dunk it in the pregame layup line.
Here's Maverick. He kicks it to Ellington. Outside Jack. 6 to shoot. From about 16. That's good on the jump shot. Jack's got 10 points in the game.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
Iverson passes to T, and he goes in for the dunk. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
He hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
The Nets making a switch here. Larkin's checked in. Comes up empty down low.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
The pass to Afflalo. He feeds it to Calderon. And they double up Iverson. Here's Afflalo. Young with the steal. And here is Ellington. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Larkin to the right side. Here's Maverick. The second chance effort, and it's blocked. They get it back. Lopez. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Knicks.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else worked, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
Yeah, their passing has been terrific, too, Clark. We're seeing a lot of assists, really moving, a lot of flow offensively. I like what I see.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Robinson comes in for Young, and it's Bogdanovich in for Wayne Ellington.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Yeah, it's one thing to create a turnover, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, that's even better.
Bargnani is checked in for Brook Lopez. Then for the Knicks, Shaq is checked in for Chandler. And it's Johnson in for Allen Iverson. Here's Larkin. He's guarded by Calderon.
Well, we've got a moment here now, Kevin, to look back to last year's Knicks. Second in fewest turnovers per game. 7th in three-point field goal percentage. And they were in the top 10 in opponents' points per game.
Very well-coached team, Clark. I mean, you look at the numbers, and you talked about the few turnovers. The top 5 in the league, in fact, in fewest mistakes. So this is a well-disciplined, well-coached team. And when they're on their game, they're just one of those teams you hate to play against because they don't give you anything easy.
Grant, he's checked in for Jose Calderon. Screen by O'Neal. Johnson kicks to Scola. Pass to Grant. On deep. The rebound by the Nets.
And I don't really like that shot. I mean, he can make it occasionally, but to me, that's too deep.
And that definitely wasn't one of them. The Nets brought in a lot of talent before last season, and even though they had the big-name stars starting, they were actually a very deep team.
It's blocked by Shaq. Johnson attacking. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. The 4th spot held by the Nets.
You could tell by watching them just how focused they were at the defensive end of the court.
First trip to the line for him here. The first free throw is good. Well, the problem for the Knicks last year is that they didn't really do any one thing in an outstanding way.
Well, a lot of people wonder how they missed the playoffs, but when you look at them and analyze them, they were really an average team.
Well, even with the weakness of the Eastern Conference last year, the Knicks unable to get into the postseason. It was a subpar year across the board. They're looking to bounce back now.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Afflalo goes in, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Nothing extravagant about it, but there didn't need to be.
Here's Larkin. They grab their own miss. Here's Robinson. O'Neal with the defensive effort. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Scola. And again, it's New York.
Well, you know, when you look at most playoff teams, there's an established, clear identity of who they are and how they play and what they rely on night in and night out. The Knicks didn't have any of that.
Afflalo goes in. Johnson outside. From deep. Thomas Robinson with the rebound. Robinson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. 1:41 left to play here in the first. Here's Larkin. He's covered by Grant. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Had a chance to check out some numbers for Aaron Afflalo. Good season for him last year. He averaged about 18 points per game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. Just a great player to have in your arsenal for giving your starters some rest.
Steve, I agree with you. Not many teams can bring a shooter like him off the bench.
Nice shot by Larkin.
That's just a case of 2 teammates working perfectly together, one setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Grant. Robinson with the block.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Well, they've got to meet the energy that they're facing right now. It's so important to battle on the board.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Screen by O'Neal. Here's Grant. Shaq dishing to Grant. Johnson, a wide open look. Cans it from downtown. Johnson's got 5 now. 55 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Picked by Bargnani. Larkin, the pass to Bargnani. Larkin kicks to Bargnani. Passes it to Bogdanovich. Just 4 to shoot. Can't connect from 13 feet out. New York leading by 3. Johnson, a wide open look. No good on the 3. And here are the Nets. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And over the course of last season, they dropped the majority of their games when facing this team.
Scola against Robinson. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got it all tied up now for Brooklyn. Here's Grant. That will count. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And an ideal finish to the quarter for them as he drains it at the buzzer.
Boy, I like the fact he didn't rush it at all. Fantastic shot.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Knicks out. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
And how about the defense, guys? They have really controlled the lane with their shot blocking.
Yeah, excellent defense there. Every shot has either been altered or rejected.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. Calderon is out there with Allen Iverson. And it's Chandler. Then it's T. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Derek Fisher went straight from playing to being a head coach. Pretty rare, but to hear his former teammates on the Thunder, he's got what it takes to be successful. Nick Collison called him the only guy I've played with who can address the team as a leader. And Kevin Durant said he's a great motivator who commands respect. Kevin, a pretty good way to start.
Ringing endorsements from two great leaders in their own right. Thanks, Doris.
Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
You know, I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that, but they get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
Another miss by Iverson.
Thaddeus Young, a face-up four-man, not more of a driver, but trying to develop his three-point shot. In fact, last season, a career high in attempts from long range, and he made them at a pretty respectable rate.
And Jack, here we go. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Jack's got 12.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
From 10 feet out, and there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by Calderon. Calderon's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And Young, really a solid three-point shooter from straight on last season. Good form, even with a somewhat slow trigger. If he can knock that shot down, he becomes a nightmare to defend because we know he can get to the bucket.
And are they ever working inside? Good job on the glass.
Excellent job on the glass, Steve. I agree. I mean, they're battling in there. They're fighting, they're scrapping, they're clawing, and they're getting the job done.
They get it again. Here's Chandler, and he uses the glass on the layup. 8 points for him.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
And Young, in his 8th season, still just 26 years of age.
Yeah, room to grow. I mean, if he develops that three-point shot, gets a little stronger on the boards, I think he has a chance to become one of the best face-up fours in the league.
It's Anthony with the drive. New York moving the ball around. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Calderon has the open look. No good with the triple. Nets trail by 6. Here's Ellington. Nice touch on the bank shot. Ellington's got his first points of the game.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
For New York, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Chandler dishes to Calderon. Here's T. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon. Calderon's got his 5th assist in this one. Jack against Calderon. Jack passes to Young. Calderon against Jack. Clock at 6. Here's Ellington. No luck. Iverson with some nice D. The Knicks leading by 6. There's the lob to the hoop, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play. Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
The drive by Iverson. Pass to T. Uncovered, and again, it's New York.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Jack against Calderon. No good from Jack.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Nets trail by 10.
Brooklyn Nets going all in last season, a record $89 million in luxury tax payments, on a mission to win a championship. Of course, it didn't happen, but the question is, where do they go from here?
Anthony on the double team. And the Knicks with possession here. New York leading by 10. The drive by Iverson.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
Jack against Calderon. Unloads from 9. And the Nets miss again.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
And an air ball on that one. Way off. Lopez inside. He's guarded by Chandler. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Ellington.
Beautiful lead pass there. He let his teammate run right underneath him.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Second, Carmelo Anthony.
Well, anytime you can be one of the best scorers in the league, that's special company and something you should be proud of. It's not easy to do on a consistent basis to be amongst the scoring leaders.
Young, a screen on Calderon. And Jack, here we go. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Anthony's got his 3rd rebound on the night. T, the pass to Iverson. Oh, that's blocked.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Bogdanovich.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
Yeah, this team is really looking to get out and run.
Here's Anthony. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Anthony's got 8 here in the quarter.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Lopez sets a screen for Jack. For 3, Ellington. Can't get it to go. And New York will come the other way. Allen Iverson on the way. Back to Anthony. Fires from deep. They get it back. Anthony left side. Iverson outside. Calderon passes to T. Now here's Anthony. T right on him. Misses off the left iron.
And that's a shot he had to take.
For sure, it was a good decision, just poor execution.
And Jack, here we go. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Thaddeus Young on the wing. And Bogdanovich kicks to Lopez. Shoots the 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. T's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Carmelo Anthony, one of the league's elite scorers, no doubt.
No question about it, Kevin. I mean, really versatile as a threat. He can back you down because he's strong. He's a lot stronger than people realize. He can bump and grind with the best of them, and he can face you up. He's got the quick release. He can pull up off the dribble. He can catch and shoot. He can post. He can get to the offensive glass. And I think he's become a much more consistent threat from long range as well. So that's why he's got a career scoring average of around 25 a game.
And a new group in for the Nets. Bargnani is checked in for Lopez. Thomas Robinson comes in for Bogdanovich. Mavericks checked in for Wayne Ellington. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Jarrett Jack.
Well, the lead isn't getting any smaller. I mean, this is an incredibly well-rounded performance for this club on the road.
You know, that's the thing, Steve. To dominate as they have in front of a hostile crowd, really impressive.
Larkin kicks to Young. And there's the feed to Larkin. Shot clock at 6. To halt the run. Can't hit. Shaq with some nice D.
Well, you look at Carmelo Anthony, his quick release. Defenders have to play him close, but then he has the quickness and the strength, along with the ball handling, to get by his man and get right to the rim. No question, he's a really difficult cover.
Bargnani, a screen on Grant. Here's Larkin. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Larkin's got 6 points.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
O'Neal dishes to Grant. In the corner, a follow with it. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Hits the 3-point bomb. Johnson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And the question for Carmelo Anthony is a hard one to answer. When will he win that first title? He might not. There's no guarantees that just because you're a great player that you're going to win an NBA title. He was the 3rd pick in 2003. He is the only player among those top 5 picks yet to win a ring. I'm sure it's a motivating factor, but it takes more than motivation to win one of those rings.
Afflalo outside. Scola passes to Johnson. New York moving the ball around, and Afflalo kicks to Grant. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, he'd like to have that one back.
Here's Young, dishes it to Robinson. Maverick passes to Robinson. Boom, he jams it straight down. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw, the defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points. They had so much space there, the defense really not showing him the respect. You can see his eyes get wide.
Goes up on the high post. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Knicks. They finish off the second quarter on a 15-6 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Tyson, what has been the key to enabling your team to control the tempo of this game throughout this first half?
I think the way we came out defensively, we locked into their sets. We're taking them out of what they want to accomplish. Because of that, we're able to make some shots on the other end.
It all came together in that first 24 minutes. Tyson, thanks for the time, guys.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Jarrett Jack with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out, and so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
We've got Wayne Ellington, Maverick out there with Young. Then it's Brook Lopez, and it's Jack in at the point. So that's the group for Lionel Hollins as we begin the second half.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got 5 rebounds tonight.
You know, one of the things the Nets did last year that was pretty impressive, they found value in a number of players who had been overlooked by other teams in the league.
There's the pass to Maverick. Back to Jack. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Jack's got 18 points.
Yeah, beautiful drive there, going right around the bigger man.
And here's Anthony from the arc. That ball's nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. Calderon's got his 8th assist here tonight. Lopez dishes to Ellington. Feeds it to Jack. Puts it up from 12. Good. Jack's got 4 this quarter.
And they're making a statement here, guys, going inside for 8 of their last 10 points.
Time to man up on D and stop these free runs to the rim.
Boy, they've been so sound offensively in the second half. I love the way they're playing.
Yeah, there's really no comparison in the shooting percentages between the teams since the break.
Ellington kicks to Jack. Left side, Jack. And it's Brooklyn scoring again. So it's the Knicks now. Anthony drives in. Iverson outside. Calderon kicks to Chandler. Back to Calderon. He dishes it to Iverson. Anthony on the wing. Pass to Calderon. Clock at 4. Fires from the corner. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Calderon. And that's now 19 points for Carmelo Anthony. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Well, Jose Calderon, a huge boost offensively at point guard. He's a terrific floor general, sets up his teammates nicely, takes good care of the ball, and he's a top-tier marksman. In the NBA, we call those guys lasers. He can do it off the bounce or spotting up.
Lopez, no luck.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
And that one's good, Anthony.
Some killer instinct he showed right there, exploding to the rim and adding to that lead.
So it's Brooklyn now. You talk, Steve, about Calderon shooting. In his career, he's led the league in both free throw percentage and three-point percentage.
I guess the trade-off is defensively. I mean, he's solid, not spectacular, but his shooting is such a problem for defenses, and especially when you pair him with good players like Dallas did a year ago. Boy, he can really play and space that floor.
These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. You take a look at Calderon, a dangerous player from three-point land, a great talent with a great release.
Now, very deserved spot for him among the league's leading three-point shooters. He was terrific last season.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Chandler, the pass to Calderon. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
Let's check out the stat sheet here on Thaddeus Young. Solid numbers last season. Averaged about 18 points a game last season, just over 2 steals and 6 rebounds. And he really brings that offensive firepower to this team. Finding ways to score is his specialty.
Yeah, that's his identity, Steve, among other contributions, obviously. But the ability to make plays that put up points, that's a major weapon in his arsenal.
Ellington goes back up. Lopez, no luck. The Knicks leading by 22. Anthony in the corner. Passes to T. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And he bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right there for sure.
Yeah, he'll take those all day.
Jack dishes to Lopez. Back to Jack. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Jack's got 10 points now just in this quarter. The Knicks have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Chandler attacking. Pass to T. That one rolling around and rims out. For Brooklyn, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, we all know Carmelo Anthony signed a new 5-year contract with the New York Knicks. He said in the past that winning was all that mattered to him, so many feared he'd jump ship. Still, in the end, Melo said, "I am a New York Knick at heart. This organization has supported me, and in return, I want to stay and build here with this city and my team." Guys, can he do it? We'll see.
He said his heart never wavered, Doris. He's happy to be back wearing the orange and blue. Thank you. Ellington kicks to Lopez. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Brook Lopez, an elite scoring big man. Tremendous size and shooting touch. Might be the best low-post scorer in the NBA.
And for Brook Lopez, always gifted offensively. That's a given. Where he's improved, I think, is in his defense and rebounding. It takes a lot of effort to move that big body around, but he's made that commitment to really get after it, and it shows.
The net shooting for the game at 42%. And the pass to Bogdanovich. And Luis Scola gets the whistle that time. And the Nets making a change here. Bargnani's checked in. There's the pick. The dish now to Larkin. Poked loose. Back to Bargnani. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Bogdanovich. Excellent D there for Scola. And Lopez, over 7 foot tall, 275 pounds, guys. Not especially athletic. And that can leave him, Steve, sometimes vulnerable defending away from the rim.
Yeah, that's why a lot of teams try to put him in pick and roll on the perimeter, just to test his agility and try to get by him and to get into the paint.
Here's Larkin. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Larkin's got 10.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
The Nets have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Out to the right wing. Here's Maverick. It's rebounded by New York.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that's how.
Well, we've all seen what Tyson Chandler can accomplish when healthy, and that is some kind of force.
Yeah, you know, maybe the best stretch of his career was at the start of the decade, a 2011 title with the Mavericks. 2012, he got a gold medal in London and was the Defensive Player of the Year in the league. And in 2013, an All-Star. I mean, that's a pretty strong three-season run.
O'Neal's checked in for New York. Grant comes in for Jose Calderon. Larkin kicks to Robinson. Robinson a screen on Grant. Larkin the pass to Robinson. Anthony on the double team. Just 5 on the clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Larkin can't get it to go. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Carmelo Anthony last season. Second in scoring, and he was also very dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 three-point shooters.
You know, you look back to his points per game ranking last season. I mean, he was a dominant scorer all season long. There wasn't a coach in the NBA that could figure out a way to defend him.
Here's Bogdanovich, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Yeah, that's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little better. Make the pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot.
Bargnani, and again, no good by Brooklyn. And for the Knicks, they're shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. And here's Anthony for 3, and he gets it to go. Anthony's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Knicks. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
For the 3, a nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 15.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
From deep Afflalo, and again, New York with the triple.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Taken away by Anthony. It's deflected. Afflalo dishes to Anthony. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
1:32 left to play in the third. And Bogdanovich kicks to Robinson. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Bargnani, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Nothing extravagant about it, but there didn't need to be.
And he gets it to go. Bargnani's got his second basket.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
And Anthony gets double teamed. Back to Afflalo. Anthony, the pass to Grant. Scola with a clean look. Offline with his 3. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Over to the wing. Here's Larkin. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
That is not an easy shot right there. He had to get it off over a taller defender.
A little bit of a rainbow 3, but like you said, it had to be with the size mismatch.
Here's Shaq. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The Knicks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
They're a very average shooting team in terms of the free throw line, about 76% a year ago.
Jarrett Jack is checked in for Brooklyn. Johnson, he's checked in for New York. And he makes the first but misses the second. Brooklyn's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. No good from Bargnani. New York's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
Here's Jack. Second shot opportunity. In deep, Robinson drops it in.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And the Knicks decide to take their first timeout here.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. New York ahead, running away with this one. 2K Sports back. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 43% for the game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for the Knicks, they've got T. Grant is out there with a foul. Then it's Johnson, and it's O'Neal in at the 5.
You know, there's been some debate over the idea of the quote-unquote hot hand. One study implied that it actually doesn't exist. I always felt as a player that, as soon as I felt the ball go through the hoop a couple times, I was much more likely to make that next one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Chandler comes in for Shaq, and it's Calderon in for Grant. And pushing it up, here's New York. Chandler dishes to Johnson. Johnson left side. New York moving the ball around. Here's Larkin. And it's off the back rim, no good. Well, that hot hand study, Clark, we were talking about a little bit earlier, they realized it didn't take into account how difficult the shots were. And, hot players take those heat check shots.
Yeah, they do. They do. And not to mention, they draw more defensive attention once they get on the roll. So I think it comes back to common sense. You definitely try to get a hot player the ball, but above all else, you want quality shots.
Johnson from out on the wing, he knocks it down. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
You don't see the wide open fadeaway shot too often.
And Jack, here we go. And that one's good.
He has not lost his focus today. Even when things haven't gone his team's way, he's still bringing it.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Aflalo, no good.
Tough three-point try there with a hand in his face.
Boy, you'd be lucky to make that one against great defense.
Larkin kicks to Jack. He feeds it to Robinson. Ellington from outside. That is good.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
New York leading by 22. Here's Calderon, and he gets the bucket. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Larkin. He's guarded by Calderon. Johnson with the block. And now, in transition, it's Aflalo. Here we go. Makes it off the glass. 14 points for T. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for New York.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Doubled by Aflalo. Ellington the pass to Jack. And he banks in the layup. Jack's got 16 here in the second half.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Here's Johnson. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Brooklyn's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Outside Jack. Kicks it to Lopez. The shot is off. And New York the other way now. And it's Johnson penetrating. And he gets it to go. Johnson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Jack dishes to Larkin. Lopez kicks to Jack. The feed to Ellington. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. Chandler with the rebound. The Knicks have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Grant's checked in. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And it's Brown missing. New York shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. All sorts of time. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
You know, from that in-between range, they've actually been the much hotter team.
Well, when you make perimeter shots and knock down those jumpers, it opens up everything else.
And Little General gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, the league is making a push for more transparency with its officiating since last season, and I really think that's the way to go. They're sharing memos with teams and the media, and I think it's a great step, really, because, again, with all of the information and technology available, fans are able to see more and their expectations are higher. And when you can do it at a higher level and to help get things right, I think transparency is a good thing from the official standpoint. Help people understand how difficult their jobs are and the great job that they do as officials.
Second three-pointer of the half, 4th overall. So he's having a nice game from outside.
Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Grant against Brown. Passes it to the bodyguard. Here's Bogdanovich. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And when it comes to officiating, players have said the main thing they're concerned with is consistency.
That's right. You know, that way they can make the adjustment to how the game's being called. And I think you talk about that open dialogue and transparency. I mean, that can only help. Communicating how certain situations are going to be interpreted.
He kicks to Brown. There's the screen. Out to the right wing. Here's Karasov. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Brooklyn's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. It's rebounded by New York. Johnson right side. Off target with his 3. Brooklyn's gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Here's Bogdanovich. And too long on the shot.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over him.
Here's Bogdanovich. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Here's Grant. Well, since the turn of the century, guys, the Western Conference has ruled the roost, winning interconference matchups in 14 out of the last 15 seasons. To Steve, last season, the highest ever win percentage for the West at over 72%.
Yeah, and 8 of the league's top 10 teams played in the West record-wise. It may be time to take a fresh look at a top 16 playoff structure.
And last season, the 7th and 8th seed in the East made the playoffs with worse records than the 9th and 10th seeded teams in the West. Sure, the conference playoff structure reduces travel, but in the age of chartered flights, you could argue longer traveling distances are much less of a concern, and I would say amen to that.
Karasov passes to Brown, and he gets it to go.
Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
And it's Johnson penetrating.
And what a game for Johnson. He's got 26 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the 3-point line.
Well, 12 points from long range, so the defense has to figure out a way to defend him a little differently, try to get into his airspace.
And he knocks down the first one. And Johnson drops them both. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting only 35% in the fourth quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. Brown outside.
2 minutes.
This one for three. The Knicks pull it in. T's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. New York moving it around. Fader on the way. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got his 5th rebound in this one. There's the three. Cannot hit. And New York the other way now. The Knicks making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in. New York's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Grant up top. He's covered by Brown. On the wing, Johnson. Here's Grant. Brooklyn with the rebound. The bodyguard's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for New York.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
And that produced great fruit for them in transition.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
Well, they can chalk this win up, but things are far from settled between these two teams. They'll see each other 3 more times before the season is over.
And they say familiarity breeds contempt. As they get to know each other a little better, you imagine things will get heated up. Tonight was only chapter 1.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Anthony. Every time there was a big possession or big play, he was contributing in some manner. Just a great game for him.
And the technical free throw is good. Well, Steve, right from the start last season, some upheaval for the New York Knicks with a front office shakeup.
Yeah, surprising move when you consider that the team was coming off a 54-win season in 2013, and the team's first second-round appearance in over a decade.
Johnson dishes to O'Neal. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good. Bargnani is checked in for the bodyguard. Second free throw, no good. Brooklyn's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Can he keep it going? It's rebounded by Bargnani. Brown with it. Out left to the wing. And he's good on the 3-ball. Grant with the ball. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And now we send you down to Doris Burke courtside, who's with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Carmelo, we have a question from one of your biggest fans. How do you get off your shots when you're in such a tight coverage situation? A defender right in your grill.
It's easy. If my man back off on me, shoot it. If I got 2, pass the ball, find somebody else.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony.
Thanks for watching, guys. And before we go, I just can't feel it anymore with Jose Calderon. I just don't like how he's playing. He's getting really old. He's got a high salary. So I went ahead and traded him for Patrick Mills along with the first round pick for the Suns in 2017 because I don't think we're going to make it to 2017. And yeah, that trade's happened. Patrick Beverly is our new starter. And thanks for watching. See you later.